Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Friday night. Man, in which the Los Angeles Dodgers went into Arizona and beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 10-9, y'all. Woo, man, this was a little too close for comfort, man. Almost blowing a 5-run lead in the ninth. This Arizona team, man, they can just light it up, man. The Arizona Diamondbacks are like the Phoenix Suns of baseball scoring runs this season, man. And they can just they can run it up on you quickly if you're not careful. And the way that the bullpen was stretched out today, and just a lot of things, a lot of things to talk about, man. A lot of things to talk about this stretch the Dodgers are on. My past week at Dodger Stadium. Man, what's going on around Major League Baseball with these pennant races, these wild card races, man. I'm hyped, man. This is baseball, man. This is my favorite time of the year in baseball. Obviously, opening day, opening week, all that is great, man. But there is nothing like a pennant race, and there is nothing like Major League Baseball as the days get closer to October. Trust me. And for all of y'all who follow me from basketball, started listening to me covering baseball, we're going to have some fun, man. We got some fun tonight. We're going to have some fun the rest of the weekend talking about Dodger baseball. And damn it, hopefully we having fun talking about this all the way up to the parade in downtown Los Angeles, man. But tonight's game just had that vibe out the gate. The Dodgers, Shohei just claps like a crazy double right off the bat to start this game, man. And, the Dodgers scored 2 runs in the first inning. They immediately give up 2 more runs in the second inning. Then they extend that lead a little bit more. They go up 5-2, kind of hangs around that for a little bit. Then they start to fall apart again. Kershaw got hurt on the home run that he gave up to Carroll, hurt his foot, literally just walked himself, just checked himself out. Just literally just like, check, please, I'm out of here. Just walked right off the mound. And for someone like Kershaw, he just doesn't do stuff like that. So, something had to be wrong. So he got out of there, man. They had to immediately go to Joe Kelly, who who threw like high 40s in pitches, the most pitches he's thrown in almost 7 years. And I think I see Chris in here, man. Shout out to my brother Chris. He's in Arizona, man. He knows how hot it is out there, man, and how hot it was over there tonight. And have these pitchers come in and put in this workload and get it done against this team, even though they almost blew it, but they got it done. You had a bunch of guys in the game earlier than they're used to doing. Like I said, Joe Kelly throwing more pitches than he's used to throwing at this stage of his career. I understand he was a starter at one point, but it's been almost a decade since he threw these many pitches, and you got the pitch clock. It's just harder now. So, Dave Roberts had some Dave Robert moments tonight. The Dodgers organization and the chat GPT structure had some situations tonight. We're going to talk about all that, man, but excited to get the win. Anytime you get a win at this point in the season, man, it is huge. Now let's just briefly, before we go and break down everything, let's go and say where we stand currently with the standings. Now the division, we'll start with that. All right. We currently have a 5-game lead over both Arizona and San Diego. So the Diamondbacks and the Fraud Rays are both 5 games in our rear view. So these guys have had like their best month of the season. They've been killing it this whole last 30 days, scoring runs, beating teams, coming back. And the Dodgers still have a 5-game lead. All right. The Dodgers turned it around, have turned themselves into a pretty solid August themselves. I was saying, I felt that they were going to have a monster August. It didn't start off that way. Then I started to feel like they were going to have a monster finish August. And that's hopefully what we're seeing now. But 5 games up on them, right? On each of them in the division. I've never been too worried about the division. I'm more worried about the guys right behind us on our heels for home field advantage in the playoffs, because I'm just convinced, regardless, that we are winning the division no matter what. I'm just very confident in that. So the Los Angeles Dodgers are now 2 games up for the best record in the National League right now. They have a 2-game lead over both Milwaukee and Philadelphia. Yes, the Brewers, the almighty Brewers, are still chugging along. They swept the doubleheader in Cincinnati today, and they are now 2 games back of the Dodgers, as well as Philly, who lost to Atlanta, who's in their own little wild card race right now. We'll touch on that. So they have a 2-game lead for the best record in the National League, and that same 2-game lead for best record in Major League Baseball over Milwaukee, the New York Yankees, and the Philadelphia Phillies. And the Orioles are right back there at about 3.5, with Cleveland at 4. So the Dodgers right now have a 2-game lead for the best record in baseball right now. They have a 5-game lead in their own division. So let's touch on the wild card here. So the wild card things are starting to get interesting. Both West teams are going to make it. Arizona and San Diego are going to make it. Atlanta and the New York Mets is going to be the battle for me. I think New York catches them in the end. I just think they've been playing spoiler for a while. They started the year so terribly, but they've been able to turn it around. They've got it going. They're fearless. They've got nothing to lose. They're playing with house money, and Atlanta's got a lot of injuries. So I got New York taking that final wild card slot for that little playing slot they got going there. But absolutely incredible win tonight. Absolutely incredible game tonight. And like I said, man, the Dodgers came into this, man, when it started during their stretch, where they had 3 against Tampa Bay, who had just swept Arizona and helped them out, right? And then you go in, you had to face Seattle, which was light work, and they did sweep them, got their manager fired. But then you come in and you got, like I said, the Rays, who swept Arizona, right? And then you have Baltimore coming in, man, and you knew that it was going to be tough for them. And you had Miller and Buehler both going in that series, and they should have swept them, if not for just a couple of things that didn't go their way in game 1. They end up sweeping Baltimore, if not for that. And now they go into Arizona and they take game 1 against the Diamondbacks, against Gallen and their best pitcher, and basically versus our bullpen, and then not even a full 2 innings of Kershaw. So, man, they're figuring out at the right times. Shohei Ohtani, man, a week after going 40-40 with a walk-off grand slam, hits number 43 with the opposite field bomb, and then steals another base. He is 43-43. Shout out Shohei, man. Fire emojis in the chat for the season that Shohei Ohtani is having. Fire emojis for our future MVP right now, Shohei Ohtani, because he is going to win MVP this season, y'all. It is happening. Book it. It may be unanimous, man. But he went 43-43 tonight. It's a matter of when, not if. When he gets 50-50. We've never seen that in baseball before. And he's coming back next year to pitch, man. Oh, man, what a time to be a Dodger fan. And we're not even all the way right. We still don't got Glasnow. We still don't got Yamamoto. We still don't got Bazooka. We still got guys out. So this team, as it starts to get put together, as they start to get guys back, they're just going to continue to get better and better. Now, I do want to touch on some interesting things that I saw that happened in the game today, and some things that were just kind of, look, I'm not, believe me, when I tell you that my inbox, everything from DMs to text to email, everything just blown up today with Roberts just bashing left and right. I'm not here to defend Dave Roberts. We went through this all season with the Lakers and Darvin Ham. Everything I told you about Darvin Ham, saying, yes, he's a problem, but he's not the only problem, and he's not even the biggest problem. When he's gone, you're going to find out you're still going to be unhappy because there's still a lot of things wrong with his team. And here we are. And good old Jeffrey, I'm always right sometimes, man. I tried to tell y'all. When you don't follow narratives and you independently think for yourself and you don't just move with the crowd because they're moving that way, and you actually step outside and see things with your own eyes, hear things with your own ears, and use your own brain, then you can start to see things, right? So I'm not Team Roberts. But I'm not Team Fire Roberts. I'm not Team like we can't win with him. I don't believe that. We've won a World Series with him. So I'm not that. But what I'm saying is he did something very interesting today when he brought Kopech in, I believe, the 6th. Very interesting decision there for me to go with Kopech in the 6th. And you knew you were going to need the bullpen for the rest of the game. And I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. I haven't seen a press conference. I haven't heard anything. And I was trying to wrap my mind around it. And the only thing that remotely, and I don't know, again, I don't know. The only thing that kind of remotely even made sense to me for this to happen was that, one, he wanted to make sure that they kept the lead or didn't give up a big inning, even though it wasn't like the heavy part of their lineup, right? But if they got on, then it was going to lead to a heavier part in their lineup, right? And I think he was trying to prevent that. The Dodgers, were trying to prevent a big inning, quite possibly. Now, I don't know, like I said, but I think that was what they were trying to prevent. Also, and this is just, again, 100% me speculating here, I'm also thinking that they didn't want to let their best guys get another look at him. So they probably thinks he may need them in a closing spot later in this series, maybe as early as tomorrow, right? And he doesn't want to start giving Arizona this potent offense, the meat of their lineup, the heart of their lineup. Didn't want them to get a clean look at him yet. That's just my opinion. Like I said, I haven't seen or heard anything. That some kind of does make sense to me. You're kind of getting him in there. You're getting his work. You're getting that shutdown inning. But you're also not letting their best players get a look at him this early in the series. Now, you have 3 more games with them in this series, and you may have to face them in the playoffs. So I think he's trying to limit the looks against Kopech. And again, that's just speculation on my behalf. I don't know if that's wise or not, but what I'm saying is I could understand that if that's what they were trying to do, and it worked out. But when it happened immediately, I was thinking, yo, what are they doing? What are they doing? And when I tell you my phone was going nuts, I was like, I don't know what's going on here, man. OpenAI and ChatGPT told them to put him in there or something. I don't know what's going on. But again, all jokes aside, I do believe there's a gamesmanship here and a game within the game of them not letting C. Carroll and those guys see him, or Gurriel see him this early in the series. I think that's a legit possibility. I do think so. So definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I saw the video was taken off out the gate today. YouTube's been a little bad at me since my hiatus. I woke up a little bit today when I went live. So appreciate y'all, man. Twitter taking off, man, right now. I can see y'all. Appreciate you guys. So thank y'all for tuning in, man. Court Kings, Chris, what's going on, my brother? I appreciate you as always. Thank you for tuning up. LA for Life says, what up, fam? Empire Jeff, the real one. Appreciate you, LA for Life. Let's see here. Make sure you guys drop a like on the video if you have not done so already, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Also, make sure, get your phone, go to your Instagram account, and search up Empire Jeff TV. Okay, I've got a new one there for the show. Empire Jeff TV. I've been posting a gang of clips on there. It was Kobe week, so it's very Kobe centric, but there's clips from the show, there's clips from the Dodgers. The Empire Jeff TV on IG, Empire Jeff TV. Make sure to follow that on IG. That's my latest one for the show, as well as Empire Jeff TV on TikTok as well, man. You'll find all the clips I'm posting over there. So appreciate you guys who have already done so and those who will continue to do so in the future. One Peruvian guy, what's up, my brother? Appreciate you. He got that blue and white heart for the Dodgers. That's right, man. Chris says Ohtani on the hunt for history. That's facts, Chris. He on the hunt for history. And we all just, we talk about being witnesses for LeBron, but, man, we are witnesses for Shohei, too. We are absolute witnesses for Shohei Ohtani here, man. And he's doing it. This is year one coming off injury, and he's going to win MVP. There's not a doubt in my mind. He may win unanimous MVP if he gets 50-50, and not just that, but carry this Dodgers team to potentially the best record in Major League Baseball while missing Mookie Betts for 2 months, while missing Yamamoto for most of the season, while missing Tyler Glasnow down in this important stretch of the season here, and a bunch of their bullpen out, right? And so Shohei Ohtani has carried this team. He's batted in the 2-hole. He's batted in the leadoff spot, and he's done everything this team has needed from him. He's almost over-delivered. When you had a guy that came in with all these expectations, all that money, and everything going, and it's almost like he has overachieved. As crazy as that sounds, it feels like he has overachieved. So shout out to Shohei Ohtani, man, for doing the damn thing. Dante, what's good, my brother? He said, I was in BK all day with my Dodger hat, man. Literally just got home. He said he was in BK all day, son. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, Dante. Appreciate you for tuning in as always, man. Love the city of Brooklyn, man. Love the city, man, I'm a little partial to the city of Brooklyn myself, man. So, shout out to Brooklyn, man. Brooklyn in the summertime, man, especially in today's day and age, Dante. Today's day and age, all those little hipster neighborhoods now, right when you cross over the bridge, man. I miss New York, man. LA for Life said we would have had been F if Ohtani and Smith didn't homer. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about Will Smith snapping out of that funk too. But yeah, that was those were. I mean, I knew when Will Smith hit that first out that he had in was it the first or second inning, and it was a long out, but just he's got kind of that new stance where the bat is way higher. He's seeing the ball a little better with the stance, and he was able to make this connection. It just felt like a louder out, even though it was an out, right? It just felt like he was hitting the ball harder earlier today, and he was seeing it well. Then he stepped up there and he clobbered one for that 3-run home run. If we can get him going, if we can get 60 to 70% of Will Smith, of what we normally come to expect for him, that's only going to add another layer to this club. And you had Teoscar Hernandez up there just donating strikeouts. The first 3 at bats, just donating strikeouts, right? And then then he got on and was part of that home run, and then he got another hit later in the game. But Will Smith, Shohei, big moments there, man. And you had some, those hits in the second inning when you had Muncy, Lux, and Miggy. Like I said, those guys find they always find a little layer within the game there to get going, manufacturing runs throughout the game. And when you then you just you get a couple of runs that way, then you get your big bobbers up there, you get your big ticket players, you get up there, you go 1, 2, 3, Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, man. I mean, Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, man, that's unreal. This is who our Los Angeles Dodgers lead off the game with. Shohei, Mookie, Freddie. I mean, come on, man. That's incredible. That's unfair. That's a cheat code. That's a PlayStation lineup. And we got our death lineup back today. So, man, but like I said, back to what I was talking about. I'm not team captain save Dave Roberts. That's no way, shape, or form. Just like I wasn't captain save Darvin Ham. But I'm not one of these guys who sit back and blame everything wrong on one person when it's a team sport and it's a team element. And we have the best record in baseball with all these injuries, with this guy as our manager, right? So at the end of the day, he has cost us games. He has cost us games in the playoffs. This is absolutely true. But I've seen other managers who've won World Series do the same thing. I understand he's not popular, and I understand in the city of Los Angeles it's become very popular to blame all of your city's problems on your sports coaches. But outside of that, these guys on the field have to do their jobs. Pitcher's got to pitch, the bat's got to hit, and if those two things don't happen, it does not matter who's managing your baseball team, and that is just simply a Fact, man. Chris says, make it hot. It was hot out there today. You can see it on Joe Kelly, man. Daniel Berry Sports highlights. Happy Friday. Shout out to you. Appreciate you, man. You said bad ending. That was a crazy ending, man. Great game, though. Go Dodgers. Yeah, that was a crazy ending there, man. That was a crazy. What's up, Hanson? I see you, brother. Appreciate you for tuning in, man. Appreciate your continued support. David's going to be our downfall. LA for life. You might be right. Again, you might be right. I've said that. Well, we know it's going to be one of three things. It's going to be Dave. It's going to be our pitching falling apart, or it's going to be our bats going silent again. Because while we've had pitching issues in the playoffs, obviously, you're facing better lineups, right? You're facing better talent. But also, our bats have gone silent multiple times as well because you're facing elite pitching and you're facing like Cy Young contenders all over the place, right? Cy Young nominated players all over the place in the playoffs, and the Dodgers bats just continually went silent in those scenarios, and then the arms typically just get worn down too. So it definitely sucks. Dante says 50-50 club. Yeah, man. 50-50 club, man. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's happening. It's a matter of when, not if. And I hope I'm at the game when it happens. I was at 40-40, man. If y'all didn't see that clip, man. So I got to tell that story real quick. That reel that I posted where I'm like, holy, walk-off Ohtani. Like, I was meaning to film the field, but because we had just took a picture with my wife and the two people we went to the game with, we just took a picture and it was in selfie mode. So I wanted to record the reel. I meant to catch the actual walk-off, right? But I got myself instead. If you look at the beginning of that reel, the camera's kind of facing the other direction. I got myself instead, but it came out to be a dope reaction, so I obviously posted it. But being there for 40-40, getting the commemorative ticket, getting that ball from Mookie Betts in the same game, seeing 40-40, seeing Kike number 8 hit a home run on Kobe's birthday, 40-40 walk-off grand slam. Being there for that was incredible, right? Now, if I get to be there for 50-50, oh my God. So I'm hoping I get to be there. And as it gets closer to it, I'm going to all the home games. I went to 4 games last week. As soon as he gets to like 47 and it's a home stretch, I'm going to every game until it happens, man, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen, man. LA for Life says Kopech is best in the 8 through 9. Analytics show that. Yeah, they do. I agree with you. He's done everything from a pitching perspective. He's been a long reliever. He's been a starter. He's been a closer. He's been set up. He's been a hold guy. He's been a middle reliever. Like I said, long reliever. He's done all of these things. So you can plug him in at any of those holes. Like I said, I don't know for sure. This is purely me assuming. And I'm thinking the Dodgers didn't want to see their best guys get a look at him yet until later in the series. That's just, I think. Now, again, I'm not going to sit up here and debate whether that is wise or not. I'm just thinking that's kind of what may have played into it, in my opinion, man. Chris said 60% of the time, I'm always right. Anchorman. 60% of the time, it works every time. Anchorman, legendary movie right there, man. They got some of the best quotables at Anchorman. LA for Life says, what do you think about Catman being our long reliever in the bullpen? I would love that. If he's healthy. Yo, my hope, LA for Life, my prayer has been that one of these two of Buehler and Miller could start to figure it out and give us some heat in the bullpen. Like that was my hope, that if we can't get them right as starters, even though Bobby, his last 2 starts, very manageable. Looks like he got a little hurt there towards the end of last night. You saw when he was trying to cover first. I was at the game. He pitched the 40-40 game, and he did a solid game in that one. So his last 2 games, I want to say I felt like he was kind of turning a corner there, but he got hurt a little bit, it feels like. But my hope has been if one of those guys can turn it around and become one of those guys that can help in the bullpen, then that's going to be epic for us. It's going to be epic for us. And sorry, real quick. The wifey texts, you got to text back. That is something that could be added as a layer here. That if we get Catman back. So these are all things that I think that could continually help this baseball team, man. And then hopefully happens, right? Craig, what's going on, man? Appreciate you. Tamika, hello to you as well. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in as always. Hi, Lee. What's going on, Highly? I appreciate you as always as well. Roberts definitely should be under scrutiny. Yes, I agree. If Dodgers don't make a deep playoff run, he should be gone. I also agree. I think that if anything goes wrong, outside of a very competitive World Series that they lose, I think he would be the fall guy. I think he goes. I think they've spent too much money. They've done way too much to put this team in position. Yes, injuries. Yes, there were circumstances out of his control. But if there's anything, we've learned the professional sportsman, when you spend this much money, you better at least make the championship and be competitive. Anything short of that, then yes, I agree with you, Holly. I think there's a good chance that he might be out of there for sure. And again, I want to reiterate, I am not Captain Save Dave Roberts. I'm not. It got a little weird during the Lakers season when you think for yourself independently and you don't run with the trend or you don't run with the click stuff, right? Then they turn on you, right? They kind of, to me, I feel it's lazy blaming one person or lazy just running with one narrative all season as opposed to just breaking things down all over the place, right? So for me, I don't want to be lazy, right? I want to dig into the things. And it's very easy to see some flaws in Dave Roberts. That is an absolute fact. So I'm definitely in agreement of that. But we've won with him before. I think we can win with him. We have also lost with him before, but we've also lost with Mookie Betts. We've also lost with Freddie Freeman. We've also lost with Kershaw. We've also lost with all these guys too, right? So at the end of the day, I think this is put up or shut up year for him. And I think he may be in some trouble or a whole lot of trouble if he doesn't. But I'll tell you this, in the event that the Dodgers do let go of Dave Roberts, he'll have a job of the day. Other teams would fire their manager to get him. I promise you this. I know this for a fact. Pretty much everyone in the media is convinced of this as well. KD, what's going on, my guy? I appreciate you as always. Thank you for tuning in. Yankees won today, man, so I know you're happy about that. But the Dodgers still got a 2-game lead over them, Philly and Milwaukee, man. Milwaukee, man, is chugging along there, man, even after losing Yelich for the season and all the injuries they had, losing their manager in the offseason. Milwaukee, man, 2 games out of the best record in baseball. That's just nuts. Sweeping that doubleheader today in Cincinnati, man. But this Dodger team, y'all, I got to tell you, this team reminds me a lot of the 2017 team, this team run, the team that got cheated by the Astros, the team that just felt like they were never out of a game, like they were just going to keep coming at you no matter what. You thought you had them down. They would just laugh at you like, oh, that's cute. We're coming for it all. Like, I really think that this team has the makings of that 2017 team. I really do believe that. I feel it. I feel like the connection in this team is there. I feel like the joy in this team is there. They're playing for each other. The Shohei factor, like I said, man, Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, man, it don't get no better than that at the top of a lineup, man. We got a super chat in the building, member brother Chris. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you as always, man. If Roberts is gone next year, who's taking his place? And Chris, I don't know. I've often said that I've heard me talk about this in basketball a lot, how I say I feel like the era of the great NBA head coach is gone. Well, I think like the era of the old school baseball, just management style is gone. So I think if Roberts is gone, I think it's still going to be someone they bring in to be like the analytical guy, the dugout for the front office. And I don't believe the entire game is managed by the dugout. I just don't believe that. And I've heard the same thing from people that cover the team. I've heard this from people that are in the clubhouse. I've heard this from multiple avenues within this team that Dave Roberts does not have full authority over this team when it comes to management. He doesn't. Now, he has to wear it regardless of the fact. And there have been things that he has made decisions on that have gone terribly wrong. So this is not an excuse for him. But what I'm saying is, even if they get rid of him, they're going to bring in someone who's going to be aligned with their analytical thought process. I don't see them going out and getting someone like a Bruce Bochy type or someone that's one of the older, old school style baseball managers. I just don't see that happening. KD says, I know, bro. It's like they forgot how to swing the bats when they're going up against teams under 500. Yeah, it's crazy, right? That happens, though. That happens. If you look what the Rockies have done to some teams right now, right? Man, the Rockies went out there just messing with people, man. They messed with San Diego. Who else? There was another team. They got the Yankees. Some of these guys out there that they've had terrible years are coming up and all of a sudden starting to win games and playing spoiler here. So it's kind of, that's what's making this whole situation fun here, man. Jennifer Sanchez, what's going on, Jennifer? I appreciate you. Hard fought win. Proud of the guys, especially the bullpen. Stone needs to pitch 8 innings tomorrow. Yeah, Jennifer, that's it right there. We need. I think 8 might be tough. We need no short of 6 innings, no more than 4 runs from him. Now I know 4 runs, but I'm talking about like you got a guy in the 3s ERA, right? And that like Gallen, that's where he was coming into tonight, right? But if he can get 3-4 runs and go 6, I'll be very happy with him tomorrow. Get there. The way the Dodgers are swinging the bat, the way they've been hitting the baseball, the way they've been seeing the baseball, I'm confident the Dodgers be able to hang with this team somewhat offensively. But their arms have to do their part. And I feel like we talk about the Dodgers' arms all year, and we talk about the people they've missed all year. But these arms have held up as far as the ones that have been in there. I know we've had bad losses, but we've also had some great wins. This team, when you look at this team's number-wise pitching, when you look at ERA, when you look at overall hits given up, and you look at this thing, they're upper echelon. They're right there at the top of baseball, even with a lot of their top guys being out. So, and having a lot of their top of offensive guys being out, and not a lot of run support at certain times of the year as a result of that. Like Mookie was on an MVP pace when he went down, right? So it is. And why I said earlier in the week, when everyone was so upset about Freddie not playing in that game, coming off the bench to pinch hit against Baltimore. And I told you guys, look, they had Monday off. They were giving him another day. They were resting his broken finger. They didn't want him there. He's going to matter more in October than he ever would in that series. So like I said, they've got a bigger picture thing here. So everyone was throwing a fit about him not pinch hitting, and they sent him out the other 2 games. So they weren't going to use him. That wasn't a strategy of them not using him. It was a strategy that he wasn't going to play that series. So he wasn't going to play regardless. And then he got the rest. He came out. He was able to do a pregame routine today that he spoke about that he hadn't been able to do, started feeling good, and he went up there and he clobbered a home run. So like I said, we don't got to all be Twitter GMs. We don't all got to be Twitter criticizers, right? We don't got to criticize every decision. These are professionals. As much as you hate Dave Roberts, he's forgotten more baseball than any of us will ever know. Ever. Okay? So I know, myself included, when I'm sitting on my couch watching these games, like I always hold a high respect to these guys. Like, these guys do this for a living. They're professionals. I will never be on their level. I know this, but not everybody knows that. They want to question everything. Sometimes things just don't go your way. Sometimes you just have bad luck, and that just is what it is, man. KD says, if Judge was hot back in April, could he have got 70? Yeah, he might have, because he had a stretch there where he kind of just calmed down a little bit, but he got it going. I saw, what's his name hit 2 home runs today. Damn it, his name is slipping me right now, but I saw that happen, and I was watching the Apple TV game because I was watching that Padre Rays game was bananas the first 4 innings, and it kind of settled down, right? The Padres just kind of took over from there. But that was a wild start to that game, man, on Apple TV. That game was nutty. Wells, there you go. Yeah, Wells hit those 2 home runs today. I saw him do it. I was like, okay, but these guys, man, the Yankees, I'm still holding tight to my prediction of Yankees, Dodgers in the World Series, and I got the Dodgers winning, y'all. I got the Dodgers winning. I think Yamamoto can go into Yankee Stadium and do it. Like, I really think he can. I think that, Shohei in the Bronx, oh my God. Shohei in the Bronx for the World Series, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. They don't, man. Obviously people know that have listened to me long enough know that I'm a diehard Dodger fan. I'm also a Yankee fan. I watch a lot of Yankee games. I'm rooting for and right now it's a little different because we're kind of in a race for the best record in the majors, and anything other than that I'm rooting for the Yankees, no matter who they're playing other than the Dodgers. Right now, it feels weird for me not doing so. It really does. It doesn't feel right. Like in the pit of my stomach, my heart, in my mind, in my soul, it doesn't feel right to openly root against the Yankees because like I said, I root for them a lot. But hey, you gotta go if it's the Dodgers, man. I'm sorry. Priorities here in the Los Angeles Dodgers. We need to win this World Series this year. We coming for it, man. We are coming for it. Craig says Roberts playing checkers, needs to play chess in playoffs. Yeah, no, I hear you, Craig. And again, I'm gonna say it again. I am nowhere near a Dave Roberts apologist. I am nowhere near saying he has to stay. or they'd be stupid to let him go. No way, shape, or form am I saying that. I feel I have to constantly say that because when I say something that's maybe not derogatory towards him, I feel like people take it as support. Well, I'm definitely supporting my manager because he's the manager of my favorite team. He's the manager of my team. And if I'm rooting for his failure, that means my team didn't succeed. So I'm rooting for him to succeed because that means my team succeeded. So at the end of the day, that's to be dealt with in the offseason. They're not going to fire him now. They never would do that. I kept telling you guys that all season about Darvin. It wasn't going to happen. So I'm not going to sit here and openly hope that he fails right now and gets fired because that means that our team just falls apart. And that's what I do not want right here, man. Soto shuffling in with Yamamoto pitches. Yeah, KD, I'm telling you, man. Man, I'm telling you, man, that'll be insane. Hope that prediction happens, bro. Can't wait. Hope both teams make it. Me too, because I'm praying to God that I'm blessed enough or fortunate enough that happens to go to a World Series game in each city, y'all. Like that would be, ooh, oh my God. 1 second. I can drink some water, y'all. 1 second. Man. Needed that. But yeah, but I would love to be able to go to a game in each city. Love to. Don't know if I can pull it off, but definitely would love to. That would be incredible, man. Incredible. Let's see. Feels like the Astros are the team to beat in the AL. Yeah, man. Oh, you know what? I was watching them earlier. They had a no-hitter going into the seventh. When did that get broken up? I didn't get an alert that ended up being a no-hitter. So does anyone know when that no-hitter got broken up? I saw it was going into the seventh, but I was glued to a couple other games. But yeah, they're they're always there, man. They're always there. I hate it, but they're always there. And I felt like I hate it because I was rooting for them. Who are they playing? Who were they playing the other day? I go, I hate having to root for them right now, but I was, because they were playing someone that we were in the race with. Katie said I'm there. In the Bronx. Yeah, man. In the Bronx. Yeah. I would love to, man. I haven't been to the new Yankee Stadium. Not for a game. I haven't been to the new Yankee Stadium. I've been to the old one, not the new one. And man, that would be nuts, man. That would be certified nuts if that happens. If the Astros beat the Yankees again. Man, I hope not, man. They've had some battles in the playoffs for sure. They've had some most definitely had some battles there. Speaking of battles, man, I need y'all to battle with that like button, man. Come on, drop a like on the video if you have not done so already. And subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, man. 16 likes on the video right now. Come on, Ron, help me out. Acknowledge me, please, here, man. You can also become a member to the channel, right? For less than the cost of lunch, you can become a member for an entire month. You hit the join button or go ahead and check the description, and it's the first link in the description. You can become a member. Goes a long way to help the channel. It's like one super chat a month, and it helps the channel out. Also, add to the chat that is pinned at the top of the stream here for all of your MLB, NBA, and NFL gear and more. Make sure to use our Fanatics link. Your order experience will not change. It's just the good people of Fanatics will donate a portion of the order to the channel to show support for the channel if you use our link. So if you buy any Dodger merch, if you buy any Laker merch, whatever your NFL team is, your soccer team, memorabilia, anything on Fanatics, you use our link. You'll get promotional discounts, and you will also be helping out the channel. So greatly appreciate it. But at the very, very least, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you had not done so already, because like I said, it goes a long way to help out the channel, and share the video. YouTube really cares about people liking our videos, sharing our videos, and subscribing to our channel and dropping comments in the comment section. So it goes a long way to help us out. So appreciate it. If it's your first time here, do the same. Let me see. Bunch of cheating. Yeah, I know most of those players are gone, right? It's almost like you got to let it go. You know what I mean? But man, that year was our year. We should have won it that year, and we would have had an actual parade. That one still stings, very much so. 2018 too, we kind of got cheated. Not as bad, but I also do feel that that Boston team I did feel was better than us. I did not feel Houston was better than us. Boston was just better. 19, we got hosed. We played ourselves. We lost to the hottest team in baseball, who won the World Series. 2020, we won it. 2021, Atlanta, it was just coming. They had a great chance in 2020. 2022, I thought that's when we let get away. We let 2022 get away. And 2023, I still feel we let get away, but that was kind of like a rebuild, wait for Ohtani year. So I almost gave him a pass last year. But this year, nothing. They get no passes this year whatsoever. None. No passes this year. It is World Series appearance or bust for this team. It is very hard to win a World Series, even as the best team in baseball. It is very hard. So often so that the best team in baseball rarely wins the World Series. It's just the way it goes. You get a team that gets hot out of nowhere. You get their bullpen, starting pitching, and bats all get hot at the same time. And it doesn't matter how good you are, you can't stop a team like that. Your hope is, as the best team, that happens to you, as far as you become that team, not you face that team. Or you don't face that team until they cool down, right? That's what you hope for. And the Dodgers, they became that team, in 2020. In 2017, I felt they were good enough to be that team. They really were. But the Astros cheated. They got away with it. They got caught, but they got to keep their chip. And the rest is absolute history. And this is what it is now. But I still think they have an excellent chance to win a World Series this season. I still think they will win a World Series this season. But there are no guarantees in any sport, let alone baseball. There are no guarantees. And baseball is the toughest sport to win in, and it is the toughest sport to win in when you are the best team in the sport. It is the toughest. It is definitely the toughest. A second here. And for those who have watched the game long enough, you know this to be true. You know this. You absolutely know this, because it is a tough sport to win in, man. It is an absolute tough sport to win in. But we've never had a player like Ohtani. We've never even seen this guy in the playoffs, let alone had us on our team, right? So we got Ohtani out there just hitting bombs in the playoffs. A healthy Mookie Betts, God willing. Freddie Freeman, the way Gavin Lux has been playing. And I'm telling you this right now. Teoscar Hernandez in the playoffs against left-handed pitching. Oh, man. This is what I cannot wait for. Teo versus the lefties. Is going to be something special, man. Craig said Kershaw said he has bone spurs, might go on the injured list. Yeah, I mean, Craig, for Kershaw to walk out of a game like that on his own behalf, like immediately, then you know that there was definitely something there, right? You knew that it was something that he couldn't hold up. You just knew that to be it. So he really only pitched an inning, right? One inning. He did. I don't think he got an out in the second. You got Joe Kelly go 1 2/3. Vesia 1 1/3. You had Brazier going inning. You had Kopech going inning. Hudson an inning. Trinan an inning. Banda an inning. And almost blew it. But good thing is no one went crazy. No one went like 2 innings out of the bullpen, right? So, but yeah, for Kershaw to walk himself out of that game, you knew something had to be, I don't want to use the word serious, but it had to be serious enough that he wasn't going to be able to finish the game. Because for him to just check himself out like that, he just doesn't do that. He's a guy that, tries to play through pain, tries to rise above it. But there was nothing he could have done, obviously, to stay in the field, or he would have worked to have done so. But I hate to see Kershaw struggle, man, because I want to see him contribute to this World Series. I do. I really do. Call me sentimental. Call me whatever you want. That's just what I want. You know what I mean? So I just want to see him contribute to a World Series this year. And obviously the team goals and the team success is more important than his own. But if I could have my cake and eat it too, which I never understood that saying, which is odd that I said it because I'd never say that saying. If I could pick my way, I want them to be able to win a World Series and Kershaw be a part of it. But at the end of the day, I'd just rather them win the World Series. At this point, I don't care who the hero is. I don't care about any of that. I just want them to win the World Series at all costs. That's it. That is it. I don't care if it's with or without Dave Roberts. Like I said, I just need them to win this World Series and win winning it this year would be so special. Did you see the bleacher creatures keep chanting re-sign Soto? Yeah, I did. And you know, they're gonna face you know, stiff competition, man, because the way that the Mets turned this around, the way Lindor has turned it around, this team over there in Queens, Cohen with that checkbook. I think they're a much bigger threat now than they were 3 months ago. If I'm Soto, I don't leave the Bronx. If I'm Soto, but if you're going for the highest bid, Cohen can do that. Cohen can absolutely do that. But if I'm him, why would I leave Aaron Judge at this point? Garrett Cole. They're going to be in on other guys too. Like, if I'm him, I don't leave the Bronx. He playing for the World Series or contending for a World Series as a Yankee at the age that he is, he's got another 10 years of dominance. Why would you ever leave the Bronx for Queens in that scenario? It just doesn't make sense to me. But that's me. That's me. I wouldn't do it. If I had my choice and all things being considered, the money was... Look, if he's going to get 500 mil, roughly, like, if I'm going to get 450 or 450 to be a Yankee, or I'm going to get 500 to be a Met, I'm taking 450 in the Yankees. That's just me. Give me the culture. Give me that fan base. Give me the pinstripes. Give me that stadium. Give me the Yes Network. Give me all that. Give me all that. I'm staying a Yankee. And then maybe I'll opt out in 3 years and get that bread back. But I'm not leaving the Bronx for Queens with for baseball reasons. I'm not doing that. That's just me, though. That's just me, though. Yeah, that's just me, though. Hiley, we got a super chat from Hiley. I appreciate you as always. She says, hey, Jeff, you think Lakers make a move before the season starts or before the trade deadline in February? If so, what move do you see them making? Hiley, I got to keep it a buck with you. I've been on a little Lakers sabbatical. I've cleansed my mind, body, and soul of the stress of the 2023-2024 Lakers season. And I've found peace stepping away for a little bit and haven't really allowed myself much thoughts on them over the last 30 to 45 days. And I feel so good doing so. Like taking a break from Laker Twitter, taking a break from all that. So with that being said, I want to say that to say this, that I am not at my peak right now to covering the Lakers. I'll get back there very quickly. And I plan to do so early September. I just needed the break, needed to commit and lock in and do the baseball coverage that I've been saying I'm going to do. I had to hold myself accountable. I had to put in the time. I had to do it. And in order to do that, I had to really lock in on baseball. I had to catch up with everything in American League, National League, pennant races, pitchers, batters, and everything. Go to games, everything. So to do that, I've been just locked in and really have barely thought about the Lakers. Having said that, they also haven't done anything in the time frame that I've kind of stepped away. So while I'm not at my peak of doing all my research, there's not a lot to research on them right now. So I will say this. I will say that the Lakers are probably going to wait to see how things look early on with JJ. And maybe they feel like the team was good enough last year, but between Darvin and injuries, that maybe, just maybe, guys back healthy, a head coach that Braun respects, that could command the locker room and guys will play for, maybe that is enough to get them off to a good start. And maybe that's enough where guys like Rui, Austin, Vando, Max Christie, all these guys can take a little bit of a leap in their development and AD plays like Olympic AD, Bron is able to conserve energy, and then maybe, just maybe, they get off to a great start this season, and they don't start 2-10 or 4-6 or, like 6-13, right? And then you're operating from a position of, okay, now when we're making a move, it's just around the margins. Teams aren't like, oh, they're desperate, they have to make a move. Now maybe you can make a move and you don't have to give up all those picks. Then maybe, some guys get hurt or some guys lose their role in training camp or preseason or early in the season. And maybe you can get a guy for cheap that's more expensive right now. And I think that's what they're looking for. I think the Lakers highly, again, I'm going to do videos soon on the Lakers. I'm going to get back to baseball in a second. I think the Lakers don't want to give away their future for this team anymore. I don't think they want to dump away all their first round picks for this version of this team anymore, unless it's a player that can help them now and later. When that team player becomes available at a realistic asking price, then I think they'll look to make a move. I think that D'Lo is still a strong candidate to go just because his performance in the playoffs. So I think that there's a strong chance he still gets moved at some point, and he can get moved any day now. Any day now. Between now and the trade deadline, he can go. So we'll keep an eye on him, and we'll see where that goes. But I appreciate the super chat, and I appreciate you asking the question. And I've got to get back to my peak in the coming days, and I will, I promise. But I'm not one of those guys that's really going to fake the funk on you. And I've really enjoyed the Laker break, and I've really enjoyed talking Dodger baseball. However, I will be back. You guys know me for covering the Lakers. My channel is built. The Lakers are the backbone of my channel, the foundation of my channel. And I love so much you guys that have followed me from basketball onto my baseball journey. My basketball is coming back very, very soon, I promise. I just really needed a break. I needed a break from the sport. I needed a break from the team. I needed a break from the panels. I needed a break from content creation. I needed a break from all of it when it came to the Lakers. And it's not that I'm not built for it. It's not that I can't handle it. I mean, I thrive in chaos. I got nothing to do with it. I just didn't want to. You know what I mean? I just didn't want to. A lot of these people are on the internet all day because they have to. They got nothing else to do. I do. You know what I mean? So I needed that break. But I'm coming back, baby. I'm coming back soon, I promise. Appreciate you highly. Appreciate you so much. Let's see. Craig says, Banda, third straight game. Yeah. That's why he was struggling today. He already won in 2019. He wants his bag. Yeah, Katie, I think that's a fact too. If the dip is 50 mil, he's staying for sure. I think so too. That's what I'm saying. 50 mil is a lot of money to a lot of people, but to even the people who got a lot of money, it'll never not be a lot of money, right? But however, he can get that money back. He can get that money back for sure. Katie said, I also think that it depends what happens in the end of the season. If Yankees win, he stays. If not, then that's a fact too. Like, how does this play out? How do the fans treat him if he hits a slump in the playoffs? What happens if he has a bad series and the fan base goes ballistic and the media goes ballistic? Does that turn him off? Like, these are all things you're going to have to wait and see on that. That's a fact, KD. Jeff, I totally understand. Thank you, Hailey. Thank you. And again, I always keep it real with you guys. I'll never cheat you guys. I don't cheat the game. I don't cheat the culture. I don't do any of that. I keep it a buck with you guys. And I just did not feel like talking about this team for a while. I spent the whole year talking about all the dysfunction and the nastiness of that team and the toxic pocket of fan bases and creators. I just didn't want to be part of it anymore for a break. I needed a break. Court Kings Chris says, Empire Jeff TV. I've done same thing. I've stepped away from Lakers this offseason. Ah, man, it just feels better, don't it, Chris? It feels better, man. I think what it is too, because Chris, you were on panels, you were doing around the league with us, you were doing all this, and it was a stressful. I don't want to use to say stressful. It wasn't a very fun season to cover. It wasn't a very enjoyable. It was draining. There's especially when me and Dan were doing those games early in the season, man. It just felt draining. Like, we do these games and we're both looking at each other like, bro, like, just put us out of our misery. Like, we're down 30 in this game, like in the second quarter. I remember, and it's like it just took its toll. And I'll be the first to tell you, I fully enjoyed acting like that never happened. Like it didn't exist. Like I didn't live that. That's just last season now. It's over for me. I'm done with it, right? But I wanted to break. I wanted to break from being locked into it every single night, all these things. It just feels so much better for sure. Craig says Ohtani 45-45 this weekend. Craig, you might be right. Hit him with that Jordan comeback number, huh? You might be right. And the second he gets to 47, man, they better be on a home stretch because I'm telling you, telling you, I'm gonna be in that mother, man. I'm telling you, man. Oh man, I was there for 40-40. I gotta be there for 50-50, man. Gotta be. Katie says, and I feel like getting Soto settled first is kind of the only thing that is in Yankees fans, but I feel like there's a slim chance he dips, but he just fits being a Yankee. It's stressful, man, because you get a talent like him. You're playing great. He's playing great, right? If you get to or win a World Series, or if you get to and lose a World Series, or if you even just get to the ALCS and you go to Game 7, like I said, it's about what they're building there. And if you can run it back in a non-contract year with Soto, with a commitment, with Judge, man, that is something. They're building something there. And I just don't understand. I would never leave that. I would never leave the Bronx for Queens for baseball reasons. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. It'd be like leaving the Dodgers for the Angels, leaving the Lakers for the Clippers. It just doesn't, leaving the Giants for the Jets. It just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. But that's me, right? Everyone's entitled to do what they want to do, you know? Miguel, what's going on, Miguel? Why haven't the Dodgers extended Teo? And that's an excellent question. Because they could. And in the sport of baseball, you can extend a guy you signed the same season. However, there's a couple of reasons why. One, they probably want to see how he performs in the postseason. Is one of it. Two, maybe he wants to see how he performs in the postseason, because maybe the Dodgers like, okay, we'll offer you a couple years, 2 years, I don't know, 2 years, 40-something million, I don't know, right? And maybe he's like, no, I want like a 4-year or a higher year, that 2-year. So maybe there's been conversations, but they want to see how he performs in the playoffs, and he wants to show how he performs in the playoffs so he can get more. I think both parties are committed to long-term. I think they would both like to see that happen, unless he just doesn't perform in the playoffs. But again, I think he's going to mash lefty pitching. I think he will have a successful playoff run. And I think he stays. But I think that's kind of what it is. It's just, it's their first season together, and why it fits like a glove. Still got to get to a postseason. And he's going to be the guy up there, potentially, with Shohei Mookie Freddie on base, and he's going to be required to drive him in. And if he struggles in that role, it's going to cost him some money. So I think the Dodgers want to see how he handles that pressure, because he's never had those guys those 3 guys batting ahead of him in the playoffs before. 3-4 years would be fine. He's only 31, 32. And that's what I'm saying. But I think the Dodgers want to see how he holds up to the pressure of batting behind those guys. And I'm telling you, Miguel, it's no, that's not going to be an easy task. And like I said, I think he's going to demolish left-handing pitching, and I believe in him. And I think the Dodgers do believe in him. But at the end of the day, you got to see. You got to wait and see. And a guy could be on fire and just completely fall off the globe when it comes to baseball. We've talked about this numerous times. But I'm for signing him, and I think they're for signing him, and I think he's for signing. But I think he feels he can get more from them, and maybe longer, by proving his worth come playoff time. And I think they'd love that. I think they're willing to pay them if he shows it. But we'll have to wait and see. Either 3-4 years at 20-25 mil a year is his price range if everything goes well. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So if he gets up there in the playoffs and just starts striking out left and right, because he's a strikeout machine. He just donates strikeouts, but he also donates RBIs and massive home runs in clutch situations. So you got to wait and see. How does this play out? How does it work? And that's what we'll have to wait and see. And shout out to everyone on Twitter, man. I see over 100 people in the building right now on Twitter. Everyone on YouTube, make sure you drop a like on the video if you have not done so already, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. We would greatly appreciate it. And like I said, got your phone out, go to Instagram, Empire Jeff TV on IG. Empire Jeff TV on IG and TikTok. I'm posting a lot of dope clips 3-4 times a day. Been really highlighting Kobe and the Ohtani 40-40 pace right there. Clips from the show as well. Gonna be doing some lives on the IG. Empire Jeff TV on IG and TikTok. Make sure to follow me on both. I appreciate you guys. Drop me a comment. Let me know you came over from YouTube or Twitter, wherever you came from. Check in, man. Let me know y'all did it, man. I appreciate you guys, man. But like I said, I've been spending a lot of time on these clips and getting these up here, getting a lot of love on the clips, a lot of attention, which I love, and definitely appreciate everyone who's been supporting. So what just happened? Sorry, guys. My phone just started talking to you guys. My phone just started going ballistic right now. But yeah, great win tonight. Not necessarily the prettiest of wins, but a 10-9 win in Arizona in game 1 of a 4-game set against the Arizona Diamondbacks, a team that's just been lighting up the majors with runs and lit us up tonight for 9. But we lit them up for 10, baby. And we got 3 more games of this. Always great to win game 1 of a series, whether it's regular season, playoffs, whatever, on the road. You get game 1, it just kind of feels like you did a little something extra. We had a lot of bad luck in this game, and we still got it done. Coming in after what we did, we could have easily swept Baltimore. Easily swept them. Got out of there 2-1. Took the Rays 2-1. Swept the Mariners. Before that, we took St. Louis 2-1. Doing our thing, man. Doing our thing. The Dodgers have had a nice little rally here, the back end of August. And all that's next is continuing to win games, get Shohei to 50-50, get Freddie all the way healthy, keep Mookie healthy, get Will Smith back right, and then it's about to be popping, man. It's about to be popping. I can't wait. Man. We got the Angels after this. We got a 2-game set in Anaheim. Man, I wish I could go to those games. I may try, but it's kind of hard. Anaheim, by the time the game's finished, I'd have to leave the game at I'd have to leave that game early, hop on the train, and not like the subway, not that train. I'm talking like the Amtrak. Got to hop on that train, come back. I'm talking like if I stayed the whole game, I'm getting home on after midnight, 12:30, maybe 1 a.m. So I don't want to go to that game and then have to leave in the 6th inning and be a great game. That'll gotta drive me nuts. But 2 games in Anaheim, and like I said, this season is winding down. It's coming to an end, and it feels like where did this season go, yo? Where did this season go? It felt like just yesterday that I was here doing the live stream with you in Korea, game 1, when you guys hustled me. It had me wake up at 3 a.m. Chris was over here calling me at 2:45 in the morning. You up? Get up. I was like, man, I'm dying. Getting up here, man, doing this game at 3 a.m. for game 1, man. And I had to be at work. Yo, I had to be at work. I remember this. The game finished at 6:15. I laid down for 30 minutes. I had to be at work before 8 that morning. And I took a little 30-minute nap and took a quick rinse, jumped in the Tessie, jumped in the carpool lane, and flew. I got to work, man. And they were like, "You doing game 2?" Hell no, I'm not about to do game 2, man. I'm about to sleep. But just feels like yesterday that we did game 1 in Korea, and that went over the Padres in game 1. And here we are coming down the stretch and having my first full season of I didn't do it the whole season, obviously, but the first season of this team together and building out the channel with baseball with you guys, as well as doing the NBA coverage. We got football right around the corner. I haven't decided. I may, when my lazy behind finally drops EPJ Sports Night, then we can do NFL on that too, because that's just sports talk radio. That's just going to be baseball, basketball, NFL, all that. It's not going to be centric to one team. So when EPJ Sports Night drops, then we'll be talking all kinds of stuff, man, all kinds of stuff. And I'm a NFL Sunday ticket head. So, man, I already got that. I already dropped my 500 on that. So, NFL Sunday ticket. But that's just the day I'm always with my boys, man. So sometimes I'm gonna be litty on Sundays. So I might not be able to do every Sunday show, man, because I don't want to get up here and talk too much trash. But Sundays are fun around my way for sure. Craig says more pitchers are needed. Yeah, and we got to get more pitchers back, Craig. That's for sure. We need our guys. We need our guys. And Craig, my whole thing when it comes, and everyone else, my whole thing been about this team is the resilience of this team. All these injuries, all these hurdles that they've had to face. If you think about it, right off the top, you had the Ohtani quote unquote scandal. Had to deal with that, right? And then immediately it seemed like we had injuries. And it just kept coming. Injuries all year just kept coming. You had the situation with Freddie and his son. You know, baseball team is a very, very close. It's like a brotherhood. It's probably the closest sport amongst teammates, like the whole team, really. You know, dealing with that. And like I said, the Shohei thing, the trade deadline, having the DFA Hayward, which a lot of fans agreed with, and so do I, but the players didn't. Players loved having him there. So it's all these things they've kind of had to deal with this season, and they still have the best record in baseball, even with having to deal with all that. So that's incredible. So shout out to them. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to my Dodgers, man. Shout out to your Dodgers, our Dodgers, man, because they're doing their damn thing. And I'm proud of them. They got to finish the job. But I'm proud of where they are right now, considering everything that they've gone to up until now. So shout out to them. Shout out to them for getting this win tonight, man. And we got Gavin Stone tomorrow night. And like I said, Craig said it's going to be 45-45 by the time he leaves Arizona. Let's hope for that, Craig. On that note, I'm going to shut it down for the night. Dodgers win 10-9 in Arizona. We got game 2 of the series tomorrow. So I'll definitely be catching you guys tomorrow. I'll probably do a pregame for that one. And about to be that time of the year where we all get excited, man. And I got Laker content coming soon, early September. So appreciate y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday night. Y'all enjoy your Saturday. Let's enjoy this win. Let's hope to enjoy tomorrow's win and continue to space out and stretch this lead in the NL West, the National League, and MLB overall. So appreciate y'all. Drop a like on the way out if you have not done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Shout out to everyone over on Twitter, still rocking heavy over there, man. I see you guys. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Stay safe. Catch y'all tomorrow. Go Dodgers. Make sure to go to Instagram, Empire Jeff TV. Follow your boy, as well as on TikTok, Empire Jeff TV. Peace. Catch y'all tomorrow.